I'm a paint sniffer, a butt sniffer, and I'm a tennis pro. One of those aren't true, I'll tell you. One of those aren't true. It's good to be here. Good to be back in the valley. Good to be right here at Crossroads. How about this? How about this place? Let's give it up for Susie and the other performer. Awesome. Some freshly baked goods from Safeway back there. That's great. I almost didn't make it. I'm losing my memory. A lot of drugs. I smoked so much crack in my day. I killed a small village. That was back in the 80s. Oh, in the 90s. Oh, and then in early 2000s. The thing is that I almost didn't make it here. I locked my keys in my car. Has that ever happened to anybody? You guys? Yeah. But the terrifying thing is I locked them in front of a Planned Parenthood, and I was terrified to go ask them for a hanger. You feel my pain, right? No, I mean, getting old is crazy, man, crazy. I am born and raised here in Phoenix. I watched this whole city just blow up and just go crazy with great stuff. Yeah. But part of the thing about getting old is, guys, you can probably identify with this a little bit more than the women, although I don't know. Okay, but I remember when I was younger, I could cut my pee off in midstream. Just cut it right off. Think about it. You're probably doing it in your chair right now. Now it takes me about a minute before I wake up. Horrible thing. Just wait with it. So, when you get old, it takes... I dribble so much after I go to the restroom, I have to wear ShamWow boxers. Is that ever happened? Like Pampers. At least I can wait. I can use the family restroom, which would be great. Anyway. As age goes on, you know, because I'm 53 years old. I don't look it. I know I look a young 27 years old. A young spry 27. Look at how this shirt is a regular size shirt. These are relaxed fit jeans. I have the legs of a dachshund, a little wiener dog. When I wear shorts, they're like culottes. There's a lady on the side of the road. She's not budging a smile for nothing except for a math grade. How about that one? So check it out. So I had my appendix out a couple of months ago. I don't know if anybody's had that fantastic procedure, but I had my appendix. When the appendix wants to go, it goes. It's just not, it's not like a small little thing, but the appendix. Ah! That's when the appendix goes. That was the pantomime for the appendix. So I'm getting ready to have it taken out, and so I'm all on fentanyl. That was that freebie, okay? The freebie is the fentanyl. So I'm laying in the bed. And the doctor comes up to me and she goes, "You know what, Bob, your appendix has to come out." And I said, "Gosh, that is fantastic. Let's do it, man." So then she gives me a history lesson on the appendix. She goes, "You know, Bob, the appendix is a 3 to 5 inch useless organ." And I go, "Whoa. I already got one of those, Doc. Make sure you get the right one." The appendix came out. I went home. I recuperated for a couple of weeks. I love just milking the old recuperating problem. You know, back when we get sick, we got a cold. I can't breathe or nothing, baby. Baby, I can't breathe. But anyway, so I recouped by watching sports movies. We got some sports movies fans. I'm sure we do. Rocky, remember that movie? All 30 of them. How about Rudy? Anybody see that, Rudy? Yeah! Notre Dame. The best and the greatest sports movie ever made, and I'm sure you'll agree with me, is Deep Throat, ladies and gentlemen. It's me right about there. The training involved. Woo! Speaking of Deep Throat, I grew up on Van Buren. Born and raised, seriously, right on Van Buren off of 24th Street. Nice little family area. where the men were men and so were the women. Oh boy, yeah, I had a great time. Went to grade school right around the corner there. A grade school that I'll spell for you first, and we'll get into it after that. B-A-L-S-Z. Balls. Where this is going. All right, Balls. We were the Balls Tigers. We were ferocious. We were a hands-on school. We were great in contact sports. That's where that's where I got my first taste of weed. That weed, I was forced. My wrestling coach told me, yeah, I'm not letting you up unless you smoke this joint. So that's where I started. That's where it was. Weed, back at Balls. It goes together, doesn't it? Balls. What kind of, you're gonna have a complex if you go to Balls school. Or not, I don't know. I gotta check my time. Believe me, I don't want to go over. We're fine, everybody. Don't worry about it. So, I was a bumbling drug addict. I was a bumbling guy, okay? In high school, I was this kind of a bumbling drug addict. I was a freshman. And my buddies and I would go to parties, so from schools we didn't know. I went to East High School right over there. We were the Longhorns. I know, don't worry about it. It was a great school. But we'd go to these parties, these keggers, right? And I'd ransack the medicine cabinets. And if it was your medicine cabinet, I apologize. But we've got pills. So I'd find these pills, man. And I would take them, and he would take them, and we didn't know what they were. And I looked at the pill ball, and it said estrogen. Yeah, seriously. Listen, I got really emotional. I started decorating, and he grew tits. That's the kind of bumbling drug addict. I did a lot of, had a lot of weird, made some bad choices. One of the bad choices I made, I don't even know if it's a bad choice. I don't even think there is such thing as a bad choice. But the thing that I did was, as I progressed with the addiction, okay, with alcoholism in this deal, was the thing that I did. I had these bright ideas. I don't know if anybody else in this crowd has gotten a bright idea. Oh, they're drinking. Hey, it's a good idea. I swear this one will work. Got a bright idea. I'm gonna rob a bank with a hooker. And you'd say, why a hooker? Well, a hooker, a well-oiled hooker, is just as dangerous at a loaded .45 because hookers go off too. And I just stumbled through that whole goddamn joke, so I just ruined that whole thing. But anyway, seriously, on all serious accounts, I did. I robbed a bank with a hooker. I didn't get away with it. I did have to go and pay my debt to society. So I did there. So I'm in prison, okay? So I'm in there. That's what happens with bank robbers when you get caught. The bright idea comes to a screeching halt. So I'm in there, and all of a sudden, there's some really bright guys in prison. This guy's name was Country. He's about 6'9", about 300 pounds, and he had the IQ of thread. He was an awesome dude. And he goes, hey Bob, look what I found. And he came up, and we're in arts and crafts class, right? And I go, what is this? And he goes, it's a box of bullets. Bullets? What are you giving these for me? And so I look at them, I go, these are tampons. I go, they're kind of like shotgun shells, but they're not really. So in arts and crafts class, you do stuff, you make things. And so I'm starting to think, what can I make with these things? I can make those little ghosts for Halloween, right? But I made some real quiet wind chimes. And so they were a big hit. But I'm out. I've been out for a while. But the thing is that I can get stopped by the cops nowadays, and it can usually go one of two ways, all right? But it usually turns into an episode of Cops. And that turns into an episode of Lockdown. And that'll turn into an episode of Survivor. And that'll turn into an episode of Naked and Afraid. I've learned to mind my own business as well, and I'll leave you at this. Growing up on Van Buren, I'm walking down. It was the area of the crazy hospital back when I was